Emmy Sullivan. Can we say goodbye to Emmy?
Good morning, and welcome to the Eagle Morning Show. First, I'd like to ask the middle school students who are working on the outdoor committee to tell us about them.
Hi, I'm Eleanor Snyder, and this is Ainsley West, and we're going to talk to you a little bit about our plans for Earth Day 2019.
So for Earth Day 2019, all families are welcome, and you're allowed to bring your child when you're doing the adventures that we're planning. It's April 26th, 12:30 to 2:30 during school, and we plan games, art projects, scavenger hunts.
Now I'd like to talk to you while we're on the subject of our planet, a little bit about our school's recycling. So I was hoping to improve it. So some plans that we have for the future coming along is we're hoping to add some lists for recycling, especially for the younger students, to make sure that what's going in the recycling won't contaminate it. We will be adding any broken recycling bins we're hoping to get replaced, along with, I think we talked a little bit about not putting trash bags in your recycling, or if you do, just dumping them out, not putting the whole trash bag into recycling because it does contaminate it. And hopefully we can all do our best to improve it, just do a much better job. So thank you so much.
Next, our ASP guitar class will be performing another one by Trudeau. They need items like toys for cats and dogs, blankets, cat litters, laundry detergent, pillows, and treats. We will provide each classroom with a jar. Students will be able to donate money. We will deliver them today and they will be collected on Wednesday, April 24th. After we collect the jars, we will purchase the supplies they need. Thank you so much for donating.
So the fun is the girls actually took pictures from the animal shelter and put them on each of the containers with little word bubbles on what the animals are saying to help them. So make sure to read them when you're in your class or have your teacher read them to you. Thank you.
Also from lower elementary classrooms, Kennedy, Maisie, and Ella had the idea to start a new Ellie movement. They would like to tell you about it. news, and book reviews, to name a few. We also have an advice column. If you want to submit a question, there will be a basket in the library to drop your question off. If you are an LA student and would like to have an article, picture, anything on our paper, just come and chat with us. We need reporters, photographers, and anything else that will make this a great LA newspaper. We are hoping to have the first paper out by the end of the month. Here are a few pictures of some of the comics. Thank you. This is Shimmer the fish with her brother Spark and Blaze. They are the fish of LE3. Shimmer is an older sister who wants her brothers to be prim and perfect fish. Tanuki is a red panda. She's from Mount Everest. Tanuki brought her mechanical pencil in Japan. She goes there to visit family and collect computer erasers and read manga. Donna is a moose. She likes to have picnics on the floor with her students. Lauren, she's a dog. Her best friend is Morgan the cat, who she thinks that cats should not be thought as evil. This is Forest Fire. She's a fox. She's also a mountain climber.
So see the girls if you want to help out with that LE newspaper, okay? Thank you. Here we go.
Now Donna will lead us in a song we did before called Pieces of It.
Thank you. Okay, so some of us did this before, but the toddlers didn't. So, toddlers, we're going to count 1 to 8, and toddlers are going to have number 1 only, okay? Everybody else, in your head, all by yourself, can you think of a number? Either 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8. Your own number, not with your friend. Think of your own number. Does everyone have a number? Yes? Don't tell me. I don't want to know. All right, so if you chose the number 2, would you just put one finger up? You chose 3. Let me know. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, good. Now, think of a sound in your head. A sound that you might hit your knee, or you might snap, or you might stomp your foot once, or you might go, I can't do that very well, but somebody else can. Or you can go, whatever. But, so now, think of your own sound, not with your friend. Think of your own sound. And you do your sound on your number when I call your number, okay? Your own sound on your own number when I call it. Now, the toddlers are going to clap on number 1, and then you go hold your hands still. You only clap on number 1. So let's practice just the toddlers. Ready? And 1. 1. We'll do that every time, okay? So, now I'm going to call out the numbers. We're going to do this slowly, but you make your sound on your number and be nice and loud. You ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 1, 2, either pick a number. We're going to have to change that next month, right? Before Amy comes back, I want to read a quick story to you while I have the mic. So here's my story. This is the new storybook that we've just published, and it's called The Magical School on a Hill. It goes like this. Now, if you're listening, ears, Children's House, thank you so much. The Magical School on a Hill. Once upon a time, there was a magical school on a lovely hill in a tiny little seaside town. This was no ordinary school. It wasn't like any school the parents had ever seen before, and it certainly wasn't like the school that they went to when they were children. There were no desks in rows or bells that meant you had to switch class. No, this school had rugs and pillows and tables and chairs that were not too big and not too small, but just right for the lucky children who came there to learn. In fact, everything in this school seemed to be for the children, from the life-size cows that some days seemed to smile at the children as they skipped into school, to the rugs that didn't quite fly, but could still be used to do the work that took you to new places in your mind, to the cubbies that had special shelves for slippers, glass, or fuzzy. But that's not the real story. The real story is about the children, and it begins with the wise parents who loved them so much that when it was time to send them to school, they sought far and wide for a place where their sons and daughters could discover the joy of learning. For their children were on a quest to become adults, and they needed to prepare. The children had to learn all the regular things like reading and math and history and science, but their parents also valued physical education and teamwork and arts and culture and creative thinking and problem solving. They wanted their children to be happy and safe, for in their wisdom, they knew that children learn better when they're happy. When the parents found a magical school on the hill, they knew right away that this was a place where their children could become leaders and contributors, thinkers and doers, a place where they could connect with other children, inspiring teachers, and the world around them. And so the quest that will lead the children to high school, college, and lifelong learning begins at any school with small steps that ends with graduation. Like all good journey stories, adventures take place along the way, for it's on the path through experience that one shapes his or her identity and writes the chapters of life. And we close it. It's got beautiful illustrations, and the final page is our new discovery there. And as we discover what's in front of us. This new book was just sent to the new families that we've admitted to the school for September, and it will also be on sale at our book fair, so we hope you'll look at it and enjoy it. It's quite a lovely story, and we're delighted. Liz Knox, our former Admissions and Communications Director, wrote this story, so we're very grateful. Thank you.
Classes have created Massachusetts pillows. I'd like to call them up to stage to share their creation.
Thank you. Okay, Discovery class with your pillows. Come on up.
Okay, friends, in Children's House 1, some of my second-year friends have been learning how to sew, and they have been creating and sewing what state, friends?
Massachusetts.
And what does the star represent?
Our home.
Thank you.
Watch the steps and come on and sit down. here we go. Have a seat.
Now we have some songs to sing. Merrily Go Round.
And the first song on your sheet is Neverland, so let's start with that. Does everyone have a sheet to sing? Yes.
First, everyone gets 15 extra minutes of recess, and no more.
You heard it right. No homework due tonight, tomorrow, okay? Okay, so now we're going to dismiss Children's House 3. I'm going to go. Have a nice day, everybody.